Well, hello, my jazzy friends. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're staying safe, and it's lovely to see you as always. Today's video is it's a little bit more of a serious tone than usual, to be honest with you. I wanted to talk a little bit about a situation that's kind of come to my mind the past few weeks as I've been getting a little bit more invested in playing Sims and kind of posting Sims content and etc. etc. I was building in Sims the other day, and you know, as you do. And I was kind of at this area of the house, messing around with stairs, and I went looking through the options, and it kind of just very quickly occurred to me that they are the only options available. There's only stairs and then obviously ladders. And I'd never really realised this before, and I don't know if that's ignorance or... I'm not sure. Whatever it is, I'm absolutely willing to take responsibility for the fact that it's not occurred to me before now. But my follow-up thought was obviously there's no ramps for the house, presumably because there's no wheelchairs in The Sims, and there's no real representation of mobility issues, full stop, or disabilities, full stop. And this is something that I found honestly so shocking. Like I say, it never really occurred to me before. I'd never really thought too much about it. But as soon as I did, I was kind of horrified. So I basically wanted to dig into this today a little bit with you guys, maybe hear some of your thoughts about the situation and kind of research a little bit about what's going on, what the Sims team say about it and what the community says about it. So that's what we're going to dig into. Okay, so in the midst of my kind of reading and researching about this topic, this is one of the articles that I found. So it's from September 10th, 2018, so it's obviously from a little bit of a while ago now. The Sims team is thinking about adding disabilities to The Sims 4. It's been known ever since the first Sims game that The Sims have always tried to be inclusive and try to tell as many diverse stories as possible. The Sims 4 has been the most progressive in terms of representation. Many Simmers have been wondering if making Sims with certain disabilities would ever become a reality. Turns out the Sims team is extremely interested in improving in this field and would love to represent actual challenges and obstacles that certain people in the real world put up with daily. The rest of the article kind of goes on and shows some tweets from Sim Guru Grant talking about this with Simmers and the community, and people were talking about how they would love it to be implemented, and he's talking about how they would love it to be implemented. And it says, after being asked if he'd like to see disabilities added to The Sims 4, he answered saying that the Sims team is actively thinking about this feature. Not to piss on anyone's bonfire, but obviously we're in 2020 now. I don't know if they're working on it. I like to be fair. I like to give credit where it's due. But as far as seeing action, like things actually changing and it being actively put into the game, we haven't really seen any progress there. So this is the next piece that I ended up having a dig into, a little read through on First Person Scholar. And this article is talking about obviously the situation that we're on. And it also digs into the article that we just looked at from 2018 a little bit as well. So we're gonna read those little sections. It says, in a game franchise that is centered around simulated living, the creation of a universe intended to mimic the real world in which players can be and do and create whatever they wish, the utter lack of disabilities seems at best odd and at worst a willful neglect of a community that already sees a lack of representation in modern media. The Sims has never been more inclusive to its player base. This is why the exclusion of a major population seems so abrasive. And then the reference to the article from 2018 is this section, and it says, rumours have been circulating since 2018, when Sim Guru Grant shared tweets centering around the inclusion of wheelchairs and other disabilities. Though the intention may be there has been a real lack of proof that these additions are in development. While it may be true that an update as important as this would take time to perfect, taking into account EA's penchant for releasing new downloadable content for The Sims every year or so, that excuse quickly evaporates. Should developers choose to explore the addition of disabilities into their game? They should. There are many applicable ways to tackle the task. In fact, some talented members of the community have already begun to produce additional content. Last thing I wanted to show you before we kind of dive into what the community has created as far as mods and custom content goes was this forum, and it also again is kind of working off the back of that article from 2018 and referencing what was said, and it's the whys and why nots. Obviously, it's the community kind of talking about the situation and their feelings about it. And to be fair, there are quite a lot of different views. There are people who are saying, oh, you know, I'm disabled in real life, I don't want to be disabled in a game. And other people are talking about how they feel like the Sims 4 creators won't do justice to these things. So it would be more of a harm than a help, or, you know. I think the important thing in my mind is, understandably, people might not want to make themselves as disabled in Sims if they are disabled in real life. Like a lot of people have raised, you know, they don't want to live that reality. They want to give themselves able-bodied Sims, and that's absolutely fine. But I think for me, the thing that is really important is choice. I think a lot of the game is about your creativity and your ideas and being able to make the world in the way that you want it to be. And I think a lot of that is the ability to make yourself. Like, I know not everyone makes themselves in The Sims. I typically make other people, but a lot of people want to build themselves their dream house, and they want to see themselves going and woohooing 7 different Sims at the same time. It's an enjoyable aspect of the game for a lot of people. So I think being able to be represented and to see yourself in the character that you play is really, really important. And obviously people don't have to utilize it, but it's having the choice. In my opinion, it's about having the choice. So to round off the video, I kind of wanted to finish off on a somewhat positive note. Obviously, we haven't seen anything from the Sims team themselves, but the community, people who make custom content and mods, have been utterly brilliant with creating things in-game to represent all kinds of disabilities. So I wanted just to show some of them off. I want to say, obviously, I'm not going to be able to do all of them. There's just no way I would ever be able to do them all in one video. It would have to be an entire series to show off, you know, one for cosmetics and one for build items and all kinds of stuff. But I do want to show off a couple of them. I'm going to try and remember to link some of the lists in the description. So if you guys do want to get your hands on some of them, you could just grab them from there. But yeah, we're going to have a look at some of the things and see what we've got going on, see what people have come up with. First off, I wanted to show off this little gadget. So it's a hearing aid. It's, you know, there's a ton of different colours. There's quite a little selection going on here. So yeah, you know what? It's very simple, but I really like this. I think this is really great. So the second thing that I wanted to show you is a prosthetic, which I think is probably going to be in here. Yes, it is. It is indeed. Also, ignore the outfit if you possibly can. It was just randomized. But yeah, focusing on this. So there's obviously these ones. They just changed the top and bottom bit. There's quite a little selection of those. And then there's these full colour ones as well. I think this is really, really cool. I think obviously you can get one for the left leg as well, and also probably you can do both legs. I just got this singular piece of custom content to kind of show it off to you, but I think you can definitely do both. But yeah, so this is the second thing I wanted to show. So I didn't intend to kind of include pets in this, just because it hadn't really crossed my mind. I was kind of talking about disabilities for humans and human Sims. But on my travels of discovering kind of the things that people have come up with and they've made, I did find some mods and some custom content for pets, and I didn't want to leave it out because I thought it was, to be quite honest, bloody amazing. So this is one piece that I got, which is left leg. So if you've got a 3-legged pet that you love and you want to make them in Sims accurately, you can do so obviously by getting the correct custom content for which leg it is. But I thought this was really, really cool. There's also, and I'll try to pop it on screen now in editing, I found this, which is an actual service dog / guide dog trait, which I think is so amazing. You get little moodlets from being with your service dog, and I just think it's so cool. There's some cosmetics that come with it as well. Yeah, I don't know, bloody brilliant. So there is stuff for your cats and dogs as well as your human Sims. So the very, very last things that I wanted to show you, and like I say, I could absolutely have gone on with this for hours and hours and hours, but for the sake of the video not being obnoxiously long, I'm just going to show you a couple more things. So we have, in build mode, under comfort, where is it? here. Okay, we have this wheelchair. So this is just sittable, obviously. There you go. And then this one, I'm not going to lie to you, is an absolute show stealer. I think it's bloody amazing. So we're going to show this one off right now. This is just great. Just honestly great. I'm not even going to ramble about how much I think it's great. I'm just going to show you how great it is. So here we go. Get her in here. Ride around on Rideable Wheelchair. I'm so excited. I'm so excited just to show you this. I love this. Look how bloody brilliant it is. Like, I don't know. She's off. She's absolutely gone. But I just think that's utterly fantastic. Like, I think it's so, so great. I love it. I love it. Anyway, as you can see, there's so many fantastic things from the community for disabilities. Should it be their responsibility to kind of make sure there's that representation in the game? Absolutely bloody not. But I'm very, very thankful that it is there. So I hope you enjoyed. I would really, really love to carry on the discussions. If you've got anything to say about it in the comments, or your own thoughts about whether they should be in the game or how they should be implemented, or what you'd really like to see as far as disability representation goes, then let me know. I would love to keep talking about this. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. It would make my little day. And I will see you next time.